Speaking about potential plans for his daughter Charlotte in WWE, Ric Flair noted on his podcast, "To be very honest, I have no idea. She keeps everything to herself. I know she's talking to the company, but I don't know any more than that. If I did, I couldn't tell you anyway. She doesn't trust me to tell me anything because I can't keep my mouth shut." Talking about a potential matchup between Charlotte and Bianca Belair, the Nature Boy said, "She is probably in the best shape of her life. I think it's probably a mutual decision between her and the company as to when she comes back. I would assume under the perfect circumstance. She's the best wrestler, but she's the greatest female wrestler of all time. Like I said before, to have two legit world-class athletes, you could write the story itself. NCAA track star, strength, coordination, athleticism, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair. It's a main event in itself. In my opinion, that's the match." It would also be noted on the show by Conrad Thompson that Charlotte is doing just fine. Well, a lot of fans I know created a little bit of chatter because I guess there was an appearance she had that was canceled. And I know Andrade said recently that she had some personal stuff that she was working on. You and I know that physically, she's fine. Emotionally, she's fine. It's her business to share. But I guess what I wanted to sort of set the record straight on is there's nothing wrong with Charlotte Flair. She's just fine. Giving an update on the contract buyout talks between AEW and CM Punk, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio, "If you're looking for the match that's going to shake up the business, the Punk match is the one. But I don't know that Punk will have a release from AEW. There's just a lot of issues there." When it comes to a potential return to WWE for CM Punk, Meltzer would also note that, "I know people in WWE who absolutely do not want Punk there, but they are not the people on the creative team. Everyone knows what happened in AEW. It's like, do we really want that? Do we need that? No, we don't need that. We don't really want that." But at the end of the day, it's not their decision. It's the decision of Nick Khan and Stephanie and Paul. Paul may just go in there and go, "Look what happened. We don't need it." And they don't. They don't need it, and he may just do that. If it was Vince would do it, I think, with that kind of money at stake. On his To Be the Man podcast, Ric Flair touched on Braun Strowman's return and made this claim: "You look around at projects and you realize that you're still a young kid and you need to make money. You've got a family. I can guarantee that Hunter's checkbook isn't as big as it was. It's just the way the world works. Guys are coming back looking for work, like Carl Anderson, and I'm sure they didn't get big raises." When it comes to a possible WWE comeback, Ringside News has reported that Matt Cardona's name has come up a lot regarding a WWE return. We are told that Cardona is on WWE's radar for a return because he's talented, but Triple H has a lot of people on his radar right now. Talking about a potential return to WWE, Matt Cardona told Sam Roberts, "I would have a conversation. I'm not saying we haven't already. Who's to say, who's to say? I think Zack Ryder is dead. Would it be cool? A woo-woo? Would that get a bigger pop maybe for one night as opposed to Always Ready? Maybe. Because that's more familiar with the WWE universe and audience. But if I were to go back, I think it has to be as Matt Cardona. If I say like, Razor Ramon came back as Scott Hall." It would also be reported by Steve Carrier that we've heard a few rumor names that are set for WWE returns, but we can 100% confirm that Chelsea Green is on her way back to WWE. Of course, Green recently finished up her run with Impact Wrestling, so her return could be taking place very soon. Talking about his contract status and a potential return, Jonah, known as Bronson Reed in WWE, told Wrestling Observer Live, "Yeah, so I have an agreement with New Japan, but also it is non-exclusive, so that's what's enabled me to open up the door to Impact Wrestling as well, and I'm gonna hopefully be doing more stuff with them. I made quite, pun intended, the impact when I attacked Josh Alexander, and I want to continue to do that wherever I go, And I think what you were saying, it was a very big head scratcher when I was let go from WWE. I too, the way I feel, I had not even peaked peaked in my WWE career. Nowhere near it. So now, I'm going to peak and put on these performances that people are going to remember elsewhere. Ringside News would add that we've heard a few names floating around when discussing former WWE superstars the company might bring back. We were explicitly told by a tenured member of the creative team that they would bet Bronson Reed returns too. With him having been out of action from WWE for months due to a back injury, Randy Orton was seen in a hospital bed, as his wife wrote on Instagram. 7 wonderful years with the man of my dreams. You're batch crazy, but so am I. I trust you and you trust me. We could conquer the world together if we feel like it, but for now, I just want you to be my daddy and me to be your mama and raise our beautiful children together as one big happy family. Family, love, loyalty. We have that tattooed on our bodies because it's the most important things to us. Me, you, our family, and close friends. That's all that matters. Thank you for loving me the way you do, Randy. Happy anniversary, my love. By the way, if y'all only knew why this pick was taken, PW Insider added, WWE star Randy Orton, who has not performed for the company since a May episode of Monday Night Raw, was spotted yesterday in Birmingham, Alabama. With him apparently having already pitched facing the C Nation leader at WrestleMania, Logan Paul said this on his podcast about going one-on-one with John Cena. That's my dream. I've proven the model twice now. I've proven the model of headstrong, capable internet kid versus a GOAT, a top-tier industry leader. Floyd. That worked. Generated $65 to $70 million. Reigns. Crown Jewel became the #1 most viewed international pay-per-view event WWE has ever had. I've done it twice. The reason is, when I'm paired with a legend, a top-tier industry leader, the model works. After Crown Jewel, John Cena posted me on his Instagram, and then I saw an article saying he's looking for an opponent at WrestleMania. I favorited it, responded with the eyes. Truthfully, I think me versus John Cena would break the internet. I texted Triple H right away. Do you want me to break the internet again? That's a dream match. WrestleMania in LA on my birthday. Triple H, throw me a bone. Give me a birthday present. Let me take out John Cena. That'd be crazy. That's the model I'm going to pitch to WWE. This week, we're meeting with them. I'm going to be like, hey, this works for me. Put me up against the best y'all have. I'm gonna deliver. You know that for a fact. Not only put on an amazing match, but I'm going to put asses in seats and eyeballs on the television. Since I'm an outsider, they have to treat my career in WWE a little differently than they have with the rest of the roster. The only caveat to this is I could see how other wrestlers and fans would throw their arms in the air. Why is he getting a shot at Cena or Randy Orton? The answer is, I'm going to make money. Speaking of potential matches for WrestleMania, Ric Flair suggested this for Steve Austin on his podcast. If Austin wrestles CM Punk, he needs to beat him in 30 seconds. 30 seconds? Stone Cold and CM Punk? Come on, give me a break. Can't even mention their names in the same breath, please. With fake followers set to be cracked down on for Twitter, pro wrestling's biggest superstars will be affected, as Gambling.com would write this about The Rock. Although a large portion of his followers will have come from his time on the big screen as well as his fame from WWE, The Rock is the one who's set to be the most affected by Musk's crackdown on fake accounts, with 7.4 million of his 16.7 million followers estimated to be fake. John Cena and Triple H could also be massively affected by Musk's plans, with the two having an estimated 4.3 million and 2.6 million fake followers on Twitter, respectively. Others that have a high percentage of fake followers include Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, and Hulk Hogan. With many reported returns expected in WWE, it seems one duo won't be heading back to the promotion, as Ringside News wrote. We've been told that out of all the names going around about a possible WWE return, Enzo Amore and Big Cass's names have not been mentioned. Talking on Insight with Chris Van Vliet about being signed to AEW, Saraya said this about the company's refusal to take a cut from her outside projects. I want to be able to branch out and do other things, and so with AEW and Tony, they were just like, you can go do whatever you want as long as you come to work. We'll be happy. And then if I have to do any TV stuff, of course, I would ask them or tell them what I'm going to do and what the ins and outs of it is, but they're always going to be like, you can do whatever you want, and we don't want a percentage of it either, which I thought was like a big deal. I was like, you don't want to take take something away from me and you don't want to take my Twitch away, fantastic, because that was such a big deal in WWE, not with Triple H, because Hunter let NXT people keep their Twitch. It was the main roster that kind of got taken away, and then Thea lost her job over it at one point, and then she got rehired again. Yeah, and so I just didn't want that to happen again, where opportunities got taken away from me, or I wasn't allowed to do something one week or the other, which I do trust Hunter with, but you just never know. I don't know who this other boss is now. Nick, right, I'm not familiar with him, so that kind of like made me a little bit skeptical to it. That's the only thing, because with Hunter, if it was just Hunter, I'd be like, you know, like, I trust you, but Tony just like made it so easy for me, and he was just like, we'll do it as much as you want to do it within AEW. You get to make the rules on what you can and can't do, and I'm just like, I love that. Like, to be in my getting to be Saraya and having control of my life, I'm like, I haven't had that feeling for a long time. With her being the victim of a leak years ago, Saraya addressed the situation during that same interview, saying this about first calling her father. I remember calling him, and I was absolutely just sad and saying, I'm so sorry, you know, I was completely heartbroken. And I was like, I'm so sorry, and he straight away was like, I don't care. And I was just like, what? He was like, I don't care. He was like, look at Kim Kardashian. Although publicly people would recognize me and say the meanest like Twitter was real for a second, which is not usually real, like people would hurling at me. I remember one time I was sitting at a bar with my friends and someone asked like for a picture or something like that, and I was like, yeah, can we get it afterwards? I'm just gonna eat my food, and then totally we can have it right now so we know eating. And he was just like, I already want it because you're a porn star. It was the first time hearing it in public, like someone saying that to me, and usually it's just on social media, and I have control of that because I could just delete it off my phone, right? But having that in person, I like ran to the bathroom and I started sobbing. I was like crying my eyes out. I was just like, I can't believe someone said that to me, and I'm not a porn star. Like, this is not who I am. Like, this is not what I wanted. Like, this is, you know, someone like I'm a victim in this. Like, people don't realize that I'm the victim in this. During an interview with Inside the Ropes, Tony Khan had this to say about the recent signing of Saraya to AEW. We were very interested to have her in AEW, and she was very optimistic she could get all the clearances and really gave me her word that she was going to be good to go. To me, I didn't want to push her. I thought it was going to be great to have Saraya in AEW. Look, if she'd come back and said, I want to be here, I'm not sure I can wrestle with my injuries, I also would have said, this is still a great home for you. I think we'd love to have a star like Saraya as a part of our wrestling company. A big wrestling star like you, even if you can't get in the ring. But I think it's worked out great. This is the ideal scenario. This kind of a great match. Plans have really fallen into place the last few months to have a big match at Full Gear this weekend, like Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Saraya. With reports claiming that Thunder Rosa had backstage heat with the likes of Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, she addressed this on Busted Open Radio, saying, I feel like some people are just trying to fish for things. I just want to say thank you to AEW because they have been grateful with me, and they have been understanding of my injury, and they're allowing me to take my time. I want to extend the olive branch for anyone who has an issue with me because I really want to grow and just put things down and just hash it out. I think it is time, and me, as Melissa Cervantes, I don't want to have any issues with anybody. When asked about CM Punk following the all-out backstage brawl involving the Star and the Elite, AEW President Tony Khan told Inside the Ropes, the whole thing, I was mostly trying to not comment on that whole situation, but I'm wishing everybody the best and hoping for the best for everyone and hoping for the best for AEW and the fans.
Crowd's lively tonight and salty. A little bit. It's Jersey, you know.
Oh, the times, they are a-changing. You wait your turn, baby. People pay to see me, not you. Let's talk, shall we? AEW is now destination television once again. The ship has been steered properly once again. This belt is now the most important belt in this entire sport. And it's thanks to 3 letters. And it damn sure ain't AEW. I know for a motherfucking fact it ain't MOX. It's MJF. God damn, you people are fucking dumb, man. No offense. No offense. You had sympathy for the devil? What are you, fucking stupid? You morons bit on every single word I had to say this past couple of months, huh? I want to earn it. I want to fuck that. I deserve it, because I'm the best wrestler in the fucking world. And every single one of you know it. On the microphone, in the ring, nobody can touch me. That's a fact. Nobody is on my level. And then, to think you guys still believe me when I put over this motherfucker this past Wednesday? Grow the fuck up. No offense. Grow up. Now let's talk a little bit, huh?
MJF, what's going on with you and Regal? You know, we're all really interested. What's going on? How'd that link up start? You think I'm gonna tell you, dumb motherfucker?
Huh? With 70,000 fucking hardcore marks watching at home, jerking off in their grandma's basement? Huh? To my velvet voice? You think I give a shit? No, if you want to know anything about the most important man in professional wrestling, you gotta tune in to the MJF show. That's every Wednesday on TBS. And you know damn well that is now Destination TV. Now here's what's gonna fucking happen, okay? I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna get all of Moxie's disgusting hepatitis A through Z off of me. And then, in the morning, I'm gonna do what nobody else on the roster does, because I'm the only real fucking star here. I'm gonna hop on a jet, and I'm gonna go to my goddamn movie set. Anybody got any questions? Huh? Just kidding. Thank you, fuck you, bye. Champs fucking out, baby!
All right. You can continue.